Hello you guys, welcome back to Channel Claire. I'm just sitting here after getting off of work on a Friday. I love Fridays so much. And I'm chilling out, and throughout the day I had heard like specs. This is way completely not royal family related, Prince Harry, Meghan, none of that. So if that's what you're hoping for, hopefully you can tell by the title this is not related to that at all. Trisha Paytas and Colleen Ballinger and Adam McIntyre. Now, this is from another side of YouTube, the drama channels, the makeup channels, the beauty gurus, it's a whole other sect of YouTube that I've stepped away from for a while I've been in all the Johnny and royal family stuff. But a drama is a brewing, and I mean, I don't know if I'm a drama commentary, whatever, life channel, but I like to talk about the drama. I like to talk about the tea. And this one is interesting because Trisha Paytas, someone who I have followed for years, watched her videos and have seen and heard all the controversies, and with her, it's just, she's one of her own. I saw that her and Colleen were doing an oversharing podcast, a podcast called Oversharing. And I'm like, Now, from what I know about Colleen Ballinger, I've seen her on YouTube. I've never really been a fan. I've never really sat down and watched a video of her. I know that she's Miranda Sings, that character with like the red lipstick, goofy looking and shit. I don't know anything about her other than what I've kind of been seeing on Twitter. And I believe like back in the day, like something was going on with her and Trisha. They may have had something, but that's the only reason why she would have been on my radar. I'm not a fan of her, and apparently shouldn't, because she's doing some real shady shit, or has, to Adam McIntyre, who is a drama channel on YouTube. If you don't know who he is, go ahead and look him up. I'd suggest Rich Lux. I love those two. Check them out. But I'm actually watching their live right now. Rich Lux has Adam McIntyre on. So there's all this drama, and now on the heels of Colleen and Trisha starting their new Oversharing podcast, which is like two hella controversial people, Trisha is coming off of Frenemies, a massive podcast that did numbers with Ethan Klein on H3. I was a huge fan. Like, I literally have the merch. Like, I don't know. Let me see if I can go find it. I cannot find my sweatshirt. I can't find my sweatshirt. But it's the black and white, not the black and white, the black and pink on each side, and it has the zipper in the hood, and it's really good, thick material. Came from the Teddy Fresh with H3 and Ela and all them. Great material, loved it, loved the podcast. It ended horribly because, in my opinion, Trisha started smelling herself a little bit too much, got big-headed, and was doing the most, and tried to ask for too much and got greedy. And she shot herself in the foot. She ruined a good thing for herself, self-sabotaged, ended a relationship with families. Like, literally, her husband, Moses, is Ethan's wife, Ela's brother. They don't even like communicate like that anymore. The last we heard, they have children, young children, with whom probably don't even know each other and or have met each other. Sad situation. So like now Trisha's trying to do this new podcast with a controversial person like Colleen Ballinger, or whatever the hell her name is, apparently. And it's not working out because I've tried to watch. I've watched clips, and I actually have watched more of people reacting to the podcast than actually just like watching their podcast, because it's a little slow. I don't really care for Colleen at all, her personality, so I feel like she talks too much, and Trisha is a talker. So for you to talk more than Trisha about yourself, like, that's a feat in itself. I just don't find her, you know what I mean? It's just like Trisha I find interesting. I'll watch her. I'll let her play in the background, whatever. But Colleen, no. And they're doing this podcast, and I'm just like, ladies, we've got to switch it up. Like, they're dressing up, and they're doing this, that, and the other, and it's just like, for me, it's not working. I don't know how long it will last. They've also noted that within the podcast. It's just whatever. So they have this podcast, and now, as it gets going, the drama has popped. Because when you are a controversial person and you have done things in your past, such as Trisha and Colleen, and you have not properly apologized and closed that situation, as soon as you try to go and do something forward, progress, that shit's gonna pop the fuck back up. This situation with Adam McIntyre was happening back in 2020. And now we're here again with the same issues and or more stuff coming out, because before Adam was being bashed and lost friends and fans and subscribers and everything like that, and now he's been vindicated because he's able to show proof, and other people coming out with their stories of feeling like they have been apparently groomed and bullying other people on her behalf, and like she had this fandom where she may have been inappropriately talking to fans. We're gonna get into it. I'm watching the live right now, but like it goes so deep with these people, and I like think about it myself. Like, I love talking on YouTube and being on YouTube. I'm not a YouTuber. Like, I'm a person who has an account who likes to make videos in their spare time. So like, I don't understand. Well, I understand the fandoms and what it is, but there are these YouTubers that have these fans, stands, subscribers that like will go hella fucking hard for them. And apparently Adam McIntyre was one of them when he was younger, a minor. And there were some things going on that he felt uncomfortable with. So delving into that, I'm like, this is interesting. And there's always something going on. And Trisha Paytas somehow gets in the mix. And I hope that Colleen maybe clued Trisha on that she had drama in her background. Because everybody knows Trisha's controversial, so if you go ahead and work with her despite all that, that's your own. But I don't know if maybe Trisha knew that there was shit in the background with Colleen before getting into this podcast. And then I'm thinking about Ethan in the background watching all this go down, and he's watching her podcast, and he's probably looking like, you left me and our fucking show over 5% to do this shit? They had a good thing fucking going. And it's sad to see her fall like that. It is sad to see her fall. I think that she was going through a lot of shit talking about Trisha Paytas. She had like this redemption arc with frenemies, and then she just completely started feeling herself too fucking much and ruined it. So I'm gonna finish watching the live and seeing what they're talking about. I wanted to pull up Adam's Twitter because he was kind of talking about what was going on and try to see what it is that Colleen Ballinger is being canceled for. Because, we don't hear that much anymore. There was a whole bunch of canceling going on in 2020. Oh my God, everybody and their mama was being canceled. That's because we ain't had shit else to do but sit at home and be upset about shit, but... No, some people who were canceled really did deserve to be canceled, but there was a lot. It was like every time you fucking turned around, somebody was in some shit. I'm like, God damn.
Good career move. What do you think about that?
No, it wasn't a good career move, Rich, for either of them to go on a podcast together. Dumb.
I was shocked. I actually have no, I actually don't know what to say to that because, I mean, we used to just make fun of Trisha all the time. You and Colleen? Yeah.
So Colleen would make fun of Trisha with Adam. And now here she is doing a damn podcast with her. People are so wishy-washy. They don't want to fuck with you until they need you. Because this girl, apparently, Miranda Sings Colleen Ballinger, had a Netflix show. She was on late night shows. She had like a fucking career. something went down, something happened. I know she got divorced from her husband, some alleged cheating shit, and now she's doing mommy blogs and being like a family channel, which she said that she would never do, for what they're saying. And now she's doing that. So Adam is saying she must be on her last effing leg to go that route on doing the mommy blog, mommy channel, and doing all that with the family vlogs. Which family vlogging really, it makes my fucking eye twitch, because you look at the children and they look miserable. And I've seen some of those clips where the parents, like, it's like the behind the scenes or whatever, and you can see them making the children like put on or act happy and this and that, and it's so contrived and forced, and it's just like you can see right through it. And you're using your kids for other random fucking people out in this world to look at them. It's insane. And Trisha has also been accused of doing that a lot as well. I don't know in what world why they thought this would be a good idea, and why not one single solitary person sat them down and was like, look, let's think about this for a second, please.
And now she's on her podcast?
Right.
Fake!
Fake! Fake as shit, Rich. Exactly. This chicken Philly is good as hell. Full.
She was on so many TV shows. Anything that Trisha likes, Colleen has already done it or has done it better. That's exactly how she talks about Trisha.
Ooh. So Adam just said anything that Trisha has wanted to do, Colleen has done or done it better. Because Trisha has been on shows, different reality shows. She was on like a Celebrity Big Brother UK, and she was on America's Got Talent doing the talking fast thing. And apparently, like I was saying before, Colleen's had Netflix and she's doing this, that, and other. So she would be sitting back talking to Adam, talking about something she's better than Trisha or whatever, shit talking basically. And now she wants to sit up and do a podcast with Trisha Paytas. Now Trisha, I mean, I don't know, I have a soft spot for Trisha. I know she's hella controversial, but I have a soft spot because her hours long vlogs back in the day, 2018, got me through a rough fucking time. So I have a soft spot and a little bit of protective heart for Trisha, because now it's essentially like she's using her. And we have definitely seen in the past Trisha be used. Now Trisha has used other people, but we have definitely seen Trisha be used. Like by Jeffree Star, I like Shane Dawson when he wants to, Jason Nash, a little bit-ish. I think he was in that relationship because he knew that she brought views and they were controversial and entertaining to watch, although he really did not want to be in that fucking relationship at all. David Dobrik, obviously. Like, so, I don't know. She's been used, and now I feel like Colleen is using her in her time of need, because they look dumb sitting up on this podcast. I might look dumb, but they look dumb as well sitting up in that podcast. Like the two of them, like it's just like so not. I can't do it.
She brings up Trisha's body a lot. Oh, very.
She would bring up Trisha's body. How are you going to talk of the lowest of low about a person and then sit up and do a podcast with them? That just tells me so much about your character, and I don't even know this woman really. And everything I hear is bad. And the fact that you go from being on late night talk shows and having Netflix to then sitting on YouTube with somebody with whom you was talking shit about tells me a lot about what you've been doing, and maybe people didn't want to work with you in that capacity anymore, and now here we are. Now that's all speculation. I don't know what the hell Colleen is doing, but it's just like, ooh.
Behind the scenes as well, unfortunately. I think it's fake. I don't even understand why Colleen would even do it. I would be surprised if Trisha says, I'm no longer doing the podcast with Colleen because she's so problematic.
Trisha would probably be like, I'm gonna throw this bitch under the bus so quick. I'm trying to stay above water my goddamn self. Trisha's trying to keep her head above water. anything is gonna topple her house of fucking cards, and getting in the mix of this bullshit of like accusations of grooming and inappropriateness is not going to help at all.
Wow. And here it is. Trisha, again, everything she touches, I feel is turning to poop.
Yes, everything she tries to do, because also with Trisha, just like Rich said, everything Trisha tries to do turns to poop because she has not properly cleared the air. She has not properly closed shit, apologized, taken accountability, and everything like that. While I like Trisha, there's shit that she needs to take accountability for that she has not. She simply has not. And you can't just move on and not take care of what you didn't took care of, because like I said, every time you try to move forward, somebody's gonna bring it up. And then you're gonna be sitting there fucking mad at everybody else in the world, like, why does nothing I do work? Why does nothing I do work? Without looking at yourself like, okay, well maybe I need to do something so that maybe the next time I try to go out and do something, I'm not getting the same fucking backlash every fucking time. Like, I think she even tried to do another podcast by herself after leaving Frenemies that didn't last. I see that she's done like ASMR. She does like the nails and stuff like that. She does. I've seen that she's done that. I think she just started back on her OnlyFans, which is something I believe she said she wouldn't be doing anymore. So like Trisha is not in a place within which she needs this drama, this trouble that is coming along, quite frankly, this baggage that's coming along with Colleen Ballinger.
Cookie Cup podcast, and then this happened. Wow.
Right. Ironically, Trisha's defense, not even Trisha.
It's not even
right. They just said it's ironic that it's not even Trisha at this point.
I think
and you kind of feel bad for Trisha because she's like in the mess, caught in the shit, and it's not even her with the issue this time. It's Colleen. And I know that's a fucking weird place for Trisha to be in, because typically the issue is always her. So she probably don't know what the hell to do over there. Do I say something? Do I not say something? Is it not my place? Do I try to protect, our little podcast we're trying to build together? Girl, what are they saying to each other? What is Colleen explaining to Trisha to try to get her not to jump ship? There's so many questions. I'm sure that this Friday afternoon was a doozy, because I've been seeing, those pop accounts that we talk about. They put out a tweet that Colleen Ballinger is under fire. So, it's getting some traction. So, and she hasn't said anything, Colleen. And apparently Colleen has a show this weekend or something crazy like that. So, it's just a mess, you guys. And I apologize if you are watching this video and have literally no fucking clue what I'm talking about. And it's sad because, another segue, God, it's so random. It's sad because I like talking about so many things and I have so many interests, and I don't want to pigeonhole myself. So sometimes you are going to get random stuff like this that is not core to the people who typically would click on my videos. But I appreciate you guys either way.
It brought more light to Colleen, and now, because people are really digging into Colleen's past now, which I don't necessarily agree with, but they're actually finding more stuff out. And we're finding more stuff out today when you said that Colleen was talking crap about Trisha, and here she is on her podcast all the time.
So here's my question. So he's saying because of now, there's an issue with Colleen and everything, people are digging deep into her past. Do we feel like that's fair and appropriate? If it's something that's happened 15 years ago and people start digging in your shit and bring it up into your face, you're a bad person because you did X, Y, fucking Z 15 years ago. Do you feel okay, well, I've grown, I'm a new person now, give me grace? Or is it dependent on what it is that you did those 15 years ago? Is it right for people to dig up your shit in the background of what you've done? Because just on another fucking random segue, watching Real Housewives of New Jersey, goddamn Louis and Teresa hiring private investigators for their cast members to find out their shit and their past and their background and what the fuck that shit's wrong, and I think that's shady. So I don't necessarily think it's right to go back in people's shit and dig up stuff from their past. Like, let's deal with the here, dependent with the caveat, depending of like what it is the fuck that they did. We have got to allow people to have grace, depending on what it is that they've done, and to grow and learn and evolve, you know. But if Colleen is still doing this shit, if she's still sitting up, you know, egging on her fans and stuff to bully other people that she doesn't like and this, that, and other, it's a problem. So, I don't know.
But I mean, people very much so immediately believe whenever I said that, or even if they didn't, once they watched the podcast, people were tweeting me being like, "Oh, I believe you," because she's being aggressive towards her this entire, you know, thing. So I mean, people were just seeing it for themselves. I mean, enjoy it. It doesn't mean I have to like tell people anything. They can just see it for themselves.
Correct. You were right when you said it was mainly just Colleen Ballinger talking about Trisha. I mean, like, it was Colleen Ballinger, talking about herself.
Yes, it was just
Trisha. And
Colleen
just,
talking
like,
about
herself.
She couldn't get a word in, and that is
anyone
hard
has
to
a
see for
question,
Trisha, who
just put it
loves
in
to
the
talk and
chat.
has the gift of
And
that.
if you see a question that you want to answer, you can answer it. You don't have to. I want to respect your time, and I want to respect.
Okay, so they're doing questions.
What you're going through.
So I'm gonna go to Adam's page to see what it is that he's saying. So hold on. Random also, if you have a 5 and below by you, they have these big ass Tumblr things for $5.55, I believe. That was it. $5.55 for this joint. I was like, thank you. But it's really cute, and I like to drink water anyway, but it just makes it that much cuter. Oh Lord. So one of the first things I see when I pull up Adam's Twitter, as he said he was talking about stuff on here, is him retweeting someone who posts this. To those of you who feel that the word groomer doesn't apply to what Colleen and those close to her did to her fans over several years, then there's a post of the definition of groomer, which is great. Like, in theory, I know what a groomer is, but it's good to have a definition. A groomer is someone who builds a relationship, trust and emotional connection with a child or young person so they can manipulate, exploit, and abuse them. So that is the claim being given to Miss Colleen. Now, Adam has been tweeting for several days, giving his story and talking and giving his receipts of what's been going on with him and Colleen Ballinger back in the day. They were close. So I'm just gonna read a few of them so we can kind of get more of a full picture of what's going on. They are on live talking with Rich. I have seen some of Adam's videos that he has posted in the past 2 days talking about it as well, talking about the different group chats that they have and how some of the people within the group chat were younger children. I think he made a statement where he said in one of the group chats the oldest person was like 21, and like these people, Colleen, she's talking to her fans in these group chats and saying off the wall things. You know how group chats were back in the day, you know what I mean? Like, you're doing stuff online you're not really supposed to be doing online, and the fact that these people though were older and these are minors, it's an issue. It's a huge issue, and I'm very surprised Colleen has not said anything, because being accused of being a groomer and anything to do with minors is like, you would think you would want to like say something, but I guess not. So let me figure out where this thread begins with Adam kind of giving the breakdown of how he's feeling, what went down, so on and so forth. I will say I'm looking a little sideways because I'm on his account and he's retweeting Kat Tenenbarge. Wish my eyes could roll to the literal back of my head. Kat Tenenbarge is saying what it is that he wants to hear and what he's relating to, so he's retweeting her. But no, she did Johnny very wrong. Very, very wrong.
We have an exclusive.
Adam's mom is trying to take
McIntyre's family
legal actions.
illegal with Colleen Ballinger.
Oh,
right
shit.
Here, for all y'all in the chat, say it's dry for a tea. This is exclusive right there. Why is this just
Which is so funny.
out? Well, it's been out.
It's been out.
It just got revived.
With more information because apparently the receipts weren't out there before. And I was wondering, I was like, how is this something that happened back in 2020 and now it's happening back again in 2023? And she was able to seemingly move on unscathed with accusations allegedly of grooming minors. Like, how does that work out? But I know people get away with a lot of fucking shit, especially if you're of a, you know, so don't even get me fucking started. Don't even get me fucking started. Adam has been tweeting for days. I'm trying to get to the start of it, but I can't get there. He has been posting hella shit of Colleen. Like, receipts. People anonymously coming to him and telling him, you know, they've experienced similar things with her in group chats and shit. Wow. This is a lot. This is not good for her. I don't know really. I don't really have empathy. I don't really, you know, because this is just. She's gonna have to say something.